speaks in tongues of minor keys, wearing shadows like memories. Time melts slow on a vinyl breeze, and nothing here is what it seems. Lipstick's a coat in deep burgundy, spinning around jazz in a fevered plea. Whiskey whispers, remember me, in a place where silence sips for free. She's not from now, she's stitched in seams of a long-lost vow. Cigarettes and time machines, dancing through the smoke between yesterday's ghosts and a neon dream. She rides the glitch in every scene. Velvet gloves on trembling fade, she's jazz in heels, fashionably laid. Country steel cries at the pearly gate, but she'd rather haunt than reincarnate. Broken beat, Havana rain, she hums the code, rewinds the pain. A saxophone weeps in soft disdain for a love she'll never name. Cigarettes and time machines, she's a fracture stitched in moving scenes. Jazz soaked silence slipping between every word. If that gasoline dreams, one last drag from a phantom scene, she disappears in the in-between. Behind the veil, she waits alone, where silence speaks in monochrome. A melody stitched in flesh and bone, a sigh, a key, a xylophone. She never knocks, the room just chills. Her perfume floats like unpaid bills. Eyes like jazz, off time, off kilter. Truth served cold in a brass glass filter. She sings in smoke, the words decay. One note deeper every day. The woman behind the curtain moves in time with ghosts and worn out grooves. Tales unravel in velvet hues. She knows what every silence proves. Once she danced in black chiffon, now she sways like something gone. Lipstick echoes on a gramophone. Drunk on chords she can't disown. Trumpet screams, piano weeps. Truth is something rhythm keeps. Lace and lies and window peeps. She buries secrets 10 bars deep. The woman behind the curtain moves like thunder in a lover's ruse. when curtains close and lights betray. She dances, but she walks away. A backwards clock, smoke wrapped round her like a paradox. Neon bleeds into the amber scotch, silhouettes twitch in the velvet watch. Lipstick's a war paint, shade regret, spins her lies on a jazz cassette. Echoes trail like a cigarette in a room where no one dares forget. She hums in half notes, voice like a flame, crooning secrets too bruised to name. Velvet static in a cobalt room, nightmares dancing in a perfume bloom. Twisted tempo, she bends the tune, midnight's mysteries, humming doom. Boots on marble, rhythm slow, drawing stories in a whispered glow. Her shadow swings with a crooked bow, tangled with angels long ago. She taps out codes till the feeling's gone. Laughter skips like a broken pawn, another dream's pawned at the break of dawn. Velvet static in a cobalt room, glass hearts shatter with sultry doom. Broken swing in a ghost costume, she's the tremor inside the gloom. The hush of a lie half sung, her lipstick bleeds where the night begun. Curtains fall on the trumpet's moan, but in the silence she hums alone. She orders silence, need no twist, where shadows like a narcissist. The jukebox flickers but won't resist. Another echo she almost kissed. Her heels don't click, they hesitate. Each step a question bruised by fate. The saxophone yawns, it's getting late, and she still hums at the closing gate. She sings in lowercase goodbye. to men who lived in alibis. The echo drinks alone these days, drowning slow in minor praise. She toasts the ghosts in velvet haze and sways through memories. My lady, she kissed a rumor in a cap, left lipstick on the photograph. The mirror coughed, then tried to laugh, but cracked instead in her behalf. There's no bartender here but guilt, serving sorrow smooth and spilled. She names each tear before it tilts and dances slow like jazz rebuilt. The echo drinks alone these nights in smoky rooms with dying lights. She hums her grief in minor rites and disappears before the bite. She tipped the night in coin and moan, and left the echo drinking alone. She keeps her tears in a porcelain jar next to the records and her father's cigar. The room forgets just who you are, but she don't, not her. Velvet gloves and iron eyes, she serves her love in alibis. The trumpet weeps where her heart once tried. Every note's a sideways lie. You can beg the mirror, it won't reflect. She's jazz, she forgives but won't forget. Teardrops that don't evaporate, they cling to skin like ghosts debate. She smiles like fate showed up too late, waltzing with ruin, soft and sedate. She stitched her sorrow into gowns and wore them proudly through this town. Each glance a tremor dressed in sound, each kiss a jazz note gagged and bound. Time's a thief with a crooked grin, she keeps his coat and dances within a solo, a scar, a phantom twin. She sings the end where love begins. Teardrops that don't evaporate, still fall in rhythm, never let but left no way. She hums to the mirror like it owes her rent. Keeps secrets in pockets that smell like lament. Her voice is smoking past 10 cent. She's jazz in a room that was never meant. She keeps her name in a matchbox tin, right next to the place where the lies begin. Each syllable wrapped in forgotten sin. A puzzle box with a crooked grin. No birth, no grave, no real address. Just lipstick, letters, and a wedding dress. She keeps her name in a matchbox with old flame photos and paradox. Sings like a saint with a picklock, dancing through the heat like a sly fox. She orders her martinis in Morse code and flirts with ghosts on an empty road. Tells fortunes in ashes and episodes, and laughs when the saxophone explodes. She kissed the sky, then left a brood. Wrote jazz haikus in someone else's shoes. The moon got drunk on her excuse, and now the stars just sing the blues. She keeps her name in a matchbox and burns it nightly for paradox. Each note she breathes rewinds the clocks. A melody in handcuffs and sly shocks. If you see her, don't ask why. She'll wink, strike a match, and say goodbye. I used to sing for the spotlight. Now I just sing to remember. The piano waits but doesn't speak. The chords are soft, the melody weak. The mic still works, the lights still glow, but something's gone I used to know. My voice still hums the shape of truth, but jazz has turned its face from youth. The stage feels wider than before, and silence doesn't beg for life. Ooh, the rhythm used to carry me. Now it just lets me be. I dance in half-forgotten keys and write in disappearing ink. When the music forgot me, it didn't slam the door, just stopped dancing when I asked for more. No rage, no break, just softer tones, like I became background to my own. I still sing, but not to be to fill the room with sound. Now I leave space for it to drown. The crowd don't hush, there is no crowd, just ghosts that used to clap out loud. I still wear red, still light the flame, but jazz forgot to say my name. And maybe that's the way it goes when music stops but memory knows. Maybe it was mercy, maybe it was time, maybe jazz just moved on. When the music forgot me, I didn't chase it down. I let the silence settle in and wore it like a crown. No key to find, no cue to hit, just the small voice and what's left of it. And if you hear me fade tonight, know I went out in perfect light. The band stopped playing, but I still sing. The air feels thick tonight, like something's waiting to burn. She lit a match inside her grin and spun the room like it was sin. The band played soft but not by choice, the horns were trembling in their voice. She danced with ghosts in Cuban time and whispered warnings in a rhyme. The candles leaned toward her sway, but nothing real could look away. Ooh, you feel it too, the hush between the beat and what the silence means. Each note too sharp, each glance too smooth, a warning dressed in midnight's groove. It's a prelude to smoke, you smell it in the key. The jazz don't lie, it sings what's gonna be. The rhythm's drunk, the tempo's bruised, the saxophone's a loaded fuse. It's not yet flame, but close enough to dance inside disaster's bluff. She said the club won't last the night, then took another sip of light. The shadows twitched beneath her feet, each step a slow seductive cheat. The band kept playing like a dare, but even the brass began to stare. She closed her eyes and kissed the sound and let the whole damn room spin down. Just don't save, it wants and waits. Before the ruin, no fire yet, but close enough to taste the ash inside the love. She sings, we stay, we all pretend, but this song knows exactly how it ends. When it burns, play this again. The world moved on, but some of me stayed right here. They packed the lights, they dimmed the song, they swept the echoes out so long. But but I remained in corner air where love once lingered unaware. I wasn't loud, I wasn't bold, but still the silence never cold. The room forgot the names we made, but I became the part that stayed. Ooh, some stories don't need open ends, they just become what silence lends. I'm the part that stayed, not the line they quote, not the cry they fade, or the final note. I'm what hangs when sound is gone, the hush that hums, the dusk at dawn. Not the storm, not the blade, just the breath, the part that stayed. I've watched the footsteps disappear, watched time erase the souvenirs, but still I sing in low refrain. Where once was fire, now remains rain. I never left, I never tried, I simply soften where I cried. Not every echo fades, some just learn to live here. I'm the part that stayed after the rest let go, the room, the stage, the face they know. I don't ask to be replayed, I just exist, the part that stayed. Not a spark, not a flame, just the truth that still remains. And if you listen real slow, you'll hear me still
crimson smoke walls, slow and thin. Dance me where the dark begins. Your breath a stain on my hollow chest, a ghost I loved more than the rest. Trace the hush along my spine, fold me into the borderlines, waltz me blind through ashes spun. Kiss me once before I'm gone. Crimson smoke walls drift and spin, paint my name on your porcelain skin, fade me down where dreams have been. Crimson smoke walls pull me in. Curtains breathing in the static air, broken walled steps without care. You wore regret like a second skin, I wore the ruin you folded in. Sketch my aching candlelight, trace me lost through velvet night, waltz me out where colors fall, catch me before I lose it all. Crimson smoke walls
Doors swing slow, the light grows thin. She steps where every song has been. The saxophone begins to cry, as if it knew she said goodbye. Her heels trace stories in the floor, a rhythm walked 1,000 more. She orders silence, sips her grace, and hums a tune she can't replace. The cafe knows her name too well. Each note she sings a slow farewell. She leaves her soul in every chair, a voice that curls through Paris air. She never stays beyond the third. Her lyrics float without a word. The trumpet sighs, the bass replies, as memory drips from smoky skies. The cafe doesn't ask her why, it only listens when she cries. The cafe knows her name too well. Her whispers rise, her stories swell. She fades before the curtains close, but every note the cafe knows. The music ends, the world exhales. She's gone, but jazz still rides the rails. A shadow framed in candle flame, the night still whispers out her name.
Then walked away from it.
She sang off center just enough to make the melody feel rough.
Wore rhythm like a borrowed dress, and left before the key could guess.
She danced around the proper pitch, loved every flaw, denied the stitch.
I followed close with aching grace. She left me circling empty space. She never meant to stay in tune, just borrowed light from a monsoon. She kissed like chords that don't resolve, and taught my silence to evolve.
Spoken half phrases and blue, a harmony that never knew.
I wrote her lines in major keys. She laughed and blurred them with a breeze.
Her lipstick left no mark at all, just silence painted on the wall.
She never stayed, but stayed enough to make forgetting her feel rough. She never meant
sang the wrong note. And it was perfect.
He played in scales she couldn't read, but knew his notes by touch and need. She hummed in lips, he sang in speed, a kiss that started every seed. In every bar a breath she stole, their music swayed, it made her whole. The kiss that played in A-flat soul was never sharp but always bold. It hit the heart, then took control, and echoed sweet where stories unfold. The night remembered every touch in broken chords that meant too much. She sang in blues, he wrote the crutch, and time just watched their silent clutch. His fingers danced, her lips replied, one note, one sigh, their stars align. The kiss that played in A-flat soul was never sharp but always bold. It hit the heart, then took control, and echoed sweet where stories unfold.
She kissed the mic, the song stood still, a flat remains. Ways will.
Last embers of blue, burning cold, stories we never got to be told. Your breath a ghost on my broken skin, a flame that flickers lost within. Cradle me in the fading light, tie my heart to the endless night, waltz me slow in the dying flame, whisper the words we couldn't claim. The last embers of blue. last embers of blue fall and fade. Let me burn in the shadows you've made. Fold me close where the silence sway. The last embers of blue in the shade. She wasn't in the melody, just somewhere between the keys. She never sang, but still I heard every silence shaped like a word. She filled the room in minor ways, in glances, pauses, sideways praise. The sax would mimic how she moved, but never caught the way she proved that presence doesn't need to shout. Sometimes it's just the space left out. She wasn't in the melody, not carved into the line. She danced around the chorus like it wasn't ever mine. The beat would call her softly, the claver missed her sway, but I still saw her shadow in every bar we'd play. She touched no chord but changed them all, like gravity behind the fall. The band would glance, the lights would dim, and somehow they'd still play for him. I traced her through the empty chairs, through trumpet cries and whispered stares. And though the lyrics knew her name, she never joined the game. Not every muse wants to be heard. Some just want to haunt the verse. She wasn't in the melody, but still she shaped the tune. Each rest became a memory, each silence held her bloom. So I keep playing softer now, leave space she might step through. She wasn't in the melody, but every note still new. smoky sky. Cigarettes burn in the shattered glass. Moments slip like sand through the past. You hum the tune I'll never know, a requiem for things we let go. Hold me where the silence bleeds, tie my heart to the empty needs. Waltz me blind through the fading light, let me drift into the night. Fading stars in a smoky sky, let me fall where the lost ones lie. Bury me where the silence cries. Fading stars in a smoky sky. Fading stars in a smoky sky, let me sink where the shadows lie. Hold me once before I die. Fading scars in a smoky sky. Flickers in the quiet dark, a flame too soft to leave a mark. Your touch, a shadow on the floor, a memory knocking at the door. Tangle me in the silent air, wrap me in the ghost we share. Waltz me through what we never said. Hold me close but leave me dead. Flickers in the quiet dark, hold me where the silence sparks. Let me burn where the shadows mark. Flickers in the quiet dark. Candles dying, glass in hand, footsteps fading in the sand. You hum the tune we couldn't keep, a song that lingers in my sleep. Tie my soul to the empty song, breathe me in where the shadows long. Waltz me where the light won't go, let me fade in the ebb and flow. Flickers in the quiet dark, wrap me where the silence part. Let me close where the silence smoke swirls in a glass half full. Shadows dance where dreams pull. She's a ghost in a velvet haze, lost in midnight's twisted maze. Lipstick whispers, crimson lies, dancing where the silence cries. Cafe mirage, where time dissolves. In smoky rooms, love's mystery evolves. Hold me close, but not too tight. Fade with me into the night. He's a phantom with broken chords, playing secrets behind closed doors. Eyes that burn like stolen fire, a jasmine's unfinished desire. Strings unravel like tangled sheets, brass replies in muted beats. A tale told in broken rhymes, between the smoke and city chimes. Cafe mirage, sip the truth in shadows thick with fading youth. One last dance before the dawn, where every hope is worn and gone. Now only echoes fill the air, a memory too fragile to bear. But in the silence, soft and clear, her song remains forever near. Cafe mirage, don't let go. You're the jazz in my shadow show. You thought I'd be gone by now, but baby, I just got still. I used to pace behind the door, wait on words you never swore. Check the mirror, check the phone, wrote you songs I sang alone. Lit the stage, then dimmed my light to fit your version of my fight. But sugar, now I breathe in tune and I don't wait on ghosts or moons. Ooh, I danced in shoes that were my size till I outgrew your alibis. I'm still here, but I'm not waiting. Still singing, but not translating. You had your shot, you missed the cue, and jazz don't stop to rescue you. I light my smoke, I stir my gin, and let the silence wander in. I'm still soft, still fierce, still flame, but baby, I'm done playing your name. You thought I'd break when you stepped back, but rhythm fills in every crack. I didn't fall, I didn't plead, just learned what kind of love I need. Now when I sway, it's for the song, not some boy who don't belong. You can keep your grand regret. I've got horns that don't forget. Used to be I'd write about you. Now you're just the space I groove around. I'm still here, but I'm not waiting. Still glowing, still levitating. No encore kiss, no final plea. Just jazz and smoke and clarity. You lost the girl who sang you whole, but she found peace inside her role. So raise a glass to what I'm not. I'm still here, love, but I forgot. And that feels right. Veil of ash and silver dreams, where nothing's quite what it seems. Your touch a whisper, soft and light, a love that flickers out of sight. Wrap me in the fading glow, tie me where the shadows go. Waltz me slow where the silence breathes, cradle me in what deceives. Veil of ash and silver dreams, carve my name where the stillness gleams. Let me fall where the silence screams. Veil of ash and silver dreams. Flickering candles, shadows dance, footsteps fade like a last chance. You hum the song I can't recall, a memory I can't install. Whisper me through the dark and rain, wrap me up in the sweetest pain. Waltz me through what we never spoke, let me breathe where silence chokes. Veil of ash and silver dreams, paint me where the darkness seems. Let me rest where the silence steams. Veil of ash and silver dreams. Veil of ash and silver dreams, let me go where the silence leans. Hold me once, then let me scream. Veil of ash and silver dreams.